If you want to just be safe, go to Iceland. It's the safest country in the world, by far. Live in Iceland, but would you be happy there?
But, that's why I think Spanish really is such a great language to learn, because it really gives you options. I think it's 21 countries if you include Puerto Rico, even though it's a territory.
It would take you 3 hours and 13 minutes to walk there, okay? It's going to take you an hour and 21 minutes by bus.
But in my opinion, they kind of dropped the ball with that, especially for that kind of money. I don't know. Let's do this. All right, guys, so I'm just doing a quick little run to Costco. As I think I mentioned before, whenever you move to a new country or even a new place, sometimes go through that honeymoon phase, you just completely fall in love with the place. But the reality is, after a while, it's not that different. I mean, you still do your day-to-day activities and buy groceries and do laundry and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm just on my way to pick up a couple of things at Costco. And I figured I'd kind of do a real quick intro to the video that's coming up, the clips that you're going to see coming up regarding what I consider to be important if you're going to move. Meaning if you're going to move to another country. And I kind of list them in order of importance. But I just want to be very clear, so clear in the clips that you're going to see. I'm all for diversity in terms of like racial diversity. For example, I love Miami, but I really don't like the, look at me, I'm rich type of attitude in Miami, That's one thing I can't stand about the place. But I mean, it's very diverse. You got white people, obviously Latin people, black people, Asians, everybody. And I love that about Miami. So that's just one example. New York City is the same way pretty much, But when I'm referring to sticking out, I mean, what can I say? You know what I mean? You're taller than everybody. You got the skin I have. You just kind of stick out. And that's what I'm kind of referring to. But I'm certainly not anti-diversity or anything like that. But some people actually make the mistake and they'll call a place diverse. For example, El Paso, some people call it diverse. It's not diverse. It's like 90% Mexican, honestly, or 80%. So you got 20% or 15% maybe white and then 5 black. It's not really diverse. A lot of them are from Juarez or Chihuahua, the state right next to it. So anyway, just want to clarify that. And then the other thing too is, look, I realize that tolerance risk for safety is going to be different depending upon every person, A 20-year-old something that wants to go out and party all the time and stuff like that, they probably have a little bit of a higher risk tolerance, than perhaps a married couple with young children. And so, just kind of take that into consideration when you see my clips that are coming up. And life would be pretty boring if everybody was the same, right? Everybody's different and has different needs. So what you're about to see is just how I personally feel. That's just kind of what I think. But I mean, heck, if I was married with 2 little kids, maybe it wouldn't be in that particular order. So that's all. Just want to kind of make that clear. Man, they're really finishing up this Train Maya over here. There it is, Train Maya. This is just like the place to get tickets and stuff like that in offices. It's not a stop. And actually, that's one thing I really dislike about the whole Train Maya project. If you know anything about it, the train stops are like far away. For example, it doesn't stop like in Merida. You have to go to like a place called, I think it's called Taya or something like that. But it's, I think it's like 20 minutes away or 25 minutes away. Same thing with Valladolid. You have to stop and then it's like 25 minutes away. With the ADO bus, that'll take you directly from Cancun to the heart of Valladolid.
Hey guys, I just wanted to go over real quick why I don't think the Train Maya is such a great thing. Now, I think it might be really cool as far as an experience and stuff like that, and just, heck, even just riding a train, it's kind of fun. And I mean, especially as, as a younger kid, I used to love the idea of riding on a train. And even as an adult, I mean, I think it's fun and cool. However, it's definitely not the most direct route to take if you want to go from Valladolid to Merida, or from Merida to Valladolid, or from Valladolid to Cancun. This is far away. Okay, this is Taya, which I've never even heard of. But if you were to take the train there, and then let's say you wanted to go to Um, I'll just say the center, El Centro. Okay, it would take you 3 hours and 13 minutes to walk there. Okay. It's going to take you an hour and 21 minutes by bus. So, what is the point of taking this there to get off the train and then have to take a bus? And I guess you could take a car, 31 minutes, but still, I mean, it would be great if it, arrived around here somewhere. And if you live in the north of Merida, like a lot of people do, I don't know, I'll put like city center, for example. It's even, well, it says it's 21 minutes by car, hour and 13 minutes by bus, 4 hours and 23 minutes walking. But my point is, it doesn't take you directly to Merida. Now, let's check out Valladolid. It's the same thing. It's not quite as bad. But if we check out Train Maya via, there it is. Okay, and let's change this to, let's put the park as Parque Francisco. There it is. This is the center of Valladolid. So from the train station, and you wanted to head to the center, which is where everything happens, that's the Zocalo right there, it would take you an hour and 28 minutes walking, and it would take you 12 minutes, which doesn't seem like a lot, but the point is you have to get off, and then you have to get on a bus or car or whatever and drive to the center where everything happens. Now, if you were to take the bus instead, okay, check this out. I mean, look how close this is, and I've done this. It's great. It drops you off right here. You can see right here, it's a 6-minute walk. You don't need to get on another bus or take an Uber or anything like that. I think everybody can walk 6 minutes, okay? It's two blocks. 2 blocks from the center. So if you really just want to go to Valladolid, take the bus. If you just want the experience of being on a train and traveling by train, and you don't care that you have to get off, then get on another vehicle, then take the train. But if you want to go direct, take ADO bus. They're great. They're air conditioned. I've taken the buses several times, both to Valladolid and to the Riviera Maya. So just letting you know, both train stops are not close to Merida or to Valladolid. That's that. I think they dropped the ball on that one. That's just my opinion.
So, I don't know. I think they kind of dropped the ball a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's cool. People will ride it. I think it's cool and new, and, people love that stuff. But I don't know, man. $28.5 billion, I just think could have been used a lot better. That's just my opinion. I think it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. But it doesn't even take you directly to the... So after you get off the train in Valladolid, you have to take a bus, Uber, car, whatever, 20, 25 minutes to get to the center of Valladolid. Same thing with Merida. So I don't know about the rest of the stops, but in my opinion, they kind of dropped the ball with that, especially for that kind of money. I don't know. I just see massive amounts of poverty and streets that totally need to be repaved, especially the back roads, and those were ignored.
Este es el Yucatán que todos quisiéramos, pero este es del que se olvidaron. No quieren que se diga, pero no se trabajó parejo. Por eso propongo el plan Bienestar para Yucatán, el plan más grande que haya tenido el Estado, para pavimentar más calles.
But this thing is supposed to be really cool, really amazing, so to each their own. I'm not against it. I don't know. I think that's a shitload of money, $28.5 billion for something that doesn't... You still have to take a bus. Go, go, go. Oh, that's all. And then also, I'm going to do one more thought on this at the end of the video. And so this is regarding language. That's another thing. I would put this last, I guess, on my list, but you know, might be second or whatever.
Welcome everybody. Okay, today I want to talk about what I think is important if you are looking for a place to move. And this is for you, okay, whatever your interests are. Before I get into it, I've mentioned this in another video, they are doing construction right outside, so you may hear tractors or trucks backing up and that type of thing. I'll try to, you know, edit it the best I can so it's not so pronounced when this video gets published. What I think is most important if I was to move to a new place, and actually I am doing this now, but I really think the number one thing that someone should consider is climate first. I would consider climate because I don't care how safe a place is. If you're not happy with the way the climate is and the day-to-day activities of just doing your routine, if you're not happy with it, you're never gonna be happy. You know, it's not gonna be a place that you're gonna wanna stay long-term. So I think too much emphasis is placed on safety. Don't get me wrong, obviously safety is important, but I think you also have to put it into perspective. I watched a video, this guy showed some articles that was saying how dangerous Mexico was. And the truth is, as I'm sure a lot of you know, a lot of that violence is gang on gang violence or cartel violence, whatever. And so it's not like they're just gonna walk up to a tourist and kill them for no reason. That doesn't happen. It does happen where maybe perhaps a bystander gets, you know, injured or killed. That's totally unfortunate and it does happen. So I'm not saying it doesn't. But for the most part, you know, tourists, especially in touristy areas, they're not targeted. They might be targeted for scams, absolutely. But I mean, for murder and stuff like that and killings, not really. So I don't think safety necessarily is the number one. If you want to just be safe, go to Iceland. It's the safest country in the world, by far. Live in Iceland, but would you be happy there? You know what the temperatures are like, right? Would you be happy there? The second thing I would consider is whether or not you would feel comfortable sticking out. Now, you can see from the color of my skin what I am. And yes, I get tired of it. I get tired of sticking out. Are there other people that have my color skin here? Yes, there are. But I don't look like the general population, and I do get stared at a lot, and I kind of don't like that. Now, if I was in Argentina, for example, or southern Brazil, like Curitiba, I could get away with it. Like nobody would know that I'm not Brazilian until I spoke, right? They wouldn't know. As long as I kind of dress like them and, you know, walk like them, whatever, they wouldn't know that I'm an American. They wouldn't know that. And it's funny because these guys that are like, you know, this passport bro thing where they try to pick up chicks and all that kind of stuff, which, whatever. They, in fact, they'll say like, don't go to a place like Argentina or like southern Brazil because you don't have that exotic factor. You know what? I don't want the exotic factor, to be honest. I'd rather kind of just fit in, you know, not have people stare at me. But to each their own. If you want to stick out and have everybody stare at you and stuff like that, go. If you're white-skinned like me, go to a place that's all black people or African descendants. Go to the Caribbean, you'll stick out. Dominican Republic, where they generally have darker skin, you'll stick out. Go to northern Brazil, where there's a lot of black people, you'll stick out, for sure. And so if that's your thing, then yeah, Cartagena, you'll stick out. Not so much in Bogota. You could probably fit in Bogota a little bit. For some people, they want to stick out, they want to be looked at, or maybe they want to be thought of as exotic or whatever that means. I personally would rather fit in. I don't know, I kind of like my privacy, and it's funny because I did a thumbnail for the video of when I drove back on my motorcycle from the center of Mérida. And in the thumbnail, you can see this guy, and of course I didn't see it when it happened because, you know, the camera I have is 360 degrees, so it can see everywhere. But there's a guy literally staring at me, you know, from the sidewalk. Now, of course, it could be because he liked my motorcycle, or maybe he saw that I had the camera on it. I don't know. Regardless, I just think that you look like this color and you go to certain places, you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. no matter what. I don't care if you speak Spanish or whatever, it doesn't make any difference. The thing is, you'll always kind of be the odd person out. You'll always be, no matter what. Is that something that you want, you don't care about, or would you rather fit in and kind of blend in? So that's something to consider. There are certain countries where you could easily blend in until you open your mouth. And again, even if you speak the language, you're highly unlikely to speak it to a level of a native. They'll still know that you're not born there for the most part. That's something to think about. The next thing I want to talk about is safety. And this is the third. I know I mentioned at the beginning, but I mean, let's talk about it now. I think safety is overrated. And I know that sounds crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Safety's overrated. What I mean is, I don't think that you should choose a place first only because of safety. And that's what a lot of people do here with Merida, and they're miserable. They don't like it because it's just too hot and humid, and they don't, there's not a lot of action, and they wind up leaving. There are plenty of safe places. You gotta remember something. A lot of things that happen in Latin America, especially, don't get reported. So if things don't get reported, there's no crime. There's no crime. For example, me with my bicycle, you know what? I did report it. Way late, and I know I'm never gonna see it again. But my neighbor, she's like, you know what? You should still report it. And I understood why she said that, and I totally agree with her, and I did. Even though I'm not gonna see it again, you know what? At least it's gonna stand on the statistics. It's gonna be there somewhere, hopefully. Because a lot of crimes happen. Your phone gets stolen, your watch, whatever. You really think these people are gonna report all these crimes? Now, I'm not saying they always do in the US, but they're more apt to. Something gets stolen in the US, people are more likely to report it as stolen. So it'll show up as a statistic. Apart from homicide and maybe, rape, I don't think a lot of things get reported in Latin America in terms of crime. The reason is they feel that the police aren't going to do anything about it. Very corrupt legal system. After that, I would consider location. For example, I've always been intrigued by Asia in general, but I've only been to the Philippines, I went to Macau, and I went to Hong Kong. I never actually made it to Thailand, which I really regret. I mean, I was right there, and I could have went to Japan. Man, I would love to go to Japan. But of course, I don't speak Japanese, I don't speak Thai, and I know that, some Thai people speak English, whatever, but I don't really like that. And of course, you would totally stick out in any of those countries. So that's why I've kind of written off Asia. I still want to go visit, I still want to go check things out, go for vacation, for sure, especially Japan and especially Thailand, but I don't think it's a place I would live. And I really love the Philippines. They're some of the nicest people I've ever met in the world, and I just think they're great people. And I had a great time in the Philippines as well. But again, I don't think I would want to live there. Just, sticking out too much, you know what I mean? I think I'd stick out there more than maybe here.
You might want to think about language. Do you really want to be in a place where you cannot even communicate with the local people at all? And so, from what I understand, learning Arabic, Japanese, Chinese is not easy. Okay, learning Spanish is relatively easy. Learning Portuguese is a little bit more difficult maybe, but it's still, in my opinion, relatively easy. So, Indonesian, I've heard, is relatively easy. So, think of that, when you're picking a place to move. Do you care if you're going to make everybody in that country speak English? That's kind of unfair. I don't speak English at all here. I mean, I don't. Unless it's absolutely an American, talking to me, or Canadian or whatever, Australian, fine, I will. But I mean, otherwise I don't speak English, period. And so you got to see if that's important to you or not. And even in the Philippines, like where they speak, they do speak English. Some of them speak fluently, others speak a little broken, whatever. But I don't know. Thailand, would you want to live in a place where you cannot speak the language? And I would highly consider that as a factor. And of course, there's nothing wrong with, picking a English-speaking country. There's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of them. You don't have to go to a foreign language country. my options are limited to South Central America, Spain, Portugal, Angola, if I wanted to go there, which incidentally has the highest cost of living. Like, you wouldn't even believe it. Luanda, the capital, speak Portuguese there. It's extremely expensive to live there. You wouldn't think so, right? Because it's Africa. You think, oh, Africa's poor and must be cheap or whatever. Not Luanda. Check it out. And, Mozambique, they speak Portuguese, but, these are countries in Africa that, let's face it, I'm not moving to Africa. I wouldn't mind visiting maybe one day. But, that's why I think Spanish really is such a great language to learn, because it really gives you options. I think it's 21 countries if you include Puerto Rico, even though it's a territory. If you include Puerto Rico, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? 21 gives you a lot of options. The only problem is the only countries really, in my opinion, that are kind of worth it right now, maybe, be Mexico, Spain, perhaps Peru. Peru's a little bit on the edge. Uruguay. Argentina's a mess right now. They got the new president. Maybe he'll change things, but the inflation there is out of control, and you got to use the blue dollar, and that's a mess. Uruguay has been pretty good for quite some time now, so, but I don't know, honestly, how many people have interest in Uruguay, to be honest with you. I don't know. And then, Brazil's just got the bad rap for crime, and deservedly so. It's extremely dangerous in Brazil. It's a little bit safer in southern Brazil. You got a city like Curitiba in the south, Florianopolis. It's a little bit safer, but still, it is going to be a little bit harder for you to learn Portuguese especially if you don't know Spanish. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. I mean, really, I would say Spain, Mexico, Uruguay, Panama too. But Panama to me just has that climate that I don't like, and it isn't cheap either. And the exception of Boquete, which is really boring. It's got a climate that it's extremely humid. It's the same as Merida, really. It's no better. And tropical, and they have a horrible rainy season. So unless you're willing to live in Boquete, which in my opinion is boring as hell, but absolutely beautiful if you've never been, I would recommend going. But again, not a place I'd want to live. Just not enough going on. But again, to each their own, and everybody's different. That some people like that. So anyway, yeah, my last one is language. Think about that. All right, I gotta park this thing somewhere. I don't know, I'm just driving around like an idiot. So, all right, everybody, thank you. Have a great day, whatever you're doing, and I wish you all the best. Wish me luck finding a parking spot. Man, look at this. This is, before I go, this is Costco, and it's Tuesday. This isn't some weekend, it's Tuesday. Jesus Christ. I mean, what is up with this place? I mean, it's unreal, man. It's just always successful. I don't care where you put it. It's a zoo. It really is, and it's Tuesday, and I have no idea where to put my motorcycle. I don't want to put it far away, just because my battery died this morning, and, well, that guy kind of has my idea, but it's not enough room for me. Shoot, man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I kind of want to leave it out in the open, you know what I mean? I don't want to put it like way, way on the side where... I know they have these guys with the carts that help, but, I mean, come on, let's be realistic, you know? Alright. Okay, I'm gonna park here. It says you can't go into the cenote, but I have no intentions of going into the cenote. Alright guys, I'm here. This looks good. See? Looks American to me. Canadian American. What do you think?
Anyway, that's it for today. Have a great day. And I want to thank everyone that has actually taken the time to watch any video I've ever made, and especially to the people that have left nice comments. I try to speak the truth about things, no matter what. I don't care where it is. I don't get offended if anyone says anything bad about the United States, as long as it's true and they back it up. I don't care. I'm not going to defend it. The good news is, like 95% of the comments that I've received have been very warm and kind and supportive and understanding. I appreciate it. I just want to let you know that. It takes time to actually watch a video. It takes time out of your day. It takes time to subscribe or to like, especially to comment. You know, you have to take time out of your day. So thank you very much. I really mean that. And we'll talk in the next one. I apologize for the noise outside. Again, trucks are backing up, tractors are moving land. I don't know what they're making over there, but they're building something, so. All right, take care. Bye-bye.